guys and fun gals. There's a Mario Party in my pants and you're invited. Now, before you execute me for those horrible puns, allow me to introduce myself as today's host for the Lost Levels podcast. This is episode 124. My name's Toadette, and joining me today we have the juicy SpiderStaryu.
Hello, my juice buddies.
Solely, yes indeed.
Hi.
And special guest, Yoshi Man 222222222
Yeah,
That was him.
that's him giggling
Two.
in the corner.
two.
Hi.
Today's
212.
subject is Tomodachi Life, a game originally started on the DS in 2009 as a Japan-only title known as Tomodachi Collection. In 2013, a sequel was released for the 3DS called Tomodachi Collection New Life, which was then released in all other regions in 2014 as Tomodachi Life. The game involves taking various Mii characters you create and basically setting them in a scenario where they're all neighbors in an apartment on an isolated island and crazy events happen. But before we get into our subject, there's an important news I have to share with you guys. The Lost Levels needs your help. We're going to be doing a podcast soon for the Video Game Lodge about the various games that come with the... If you remember Mario Kart 8, when it released, it came with a special code that you could use to get a free game. And those games, at least in the U.S., in the North America region, were either New Super Mario Bros. U, Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, Wii Party U, or Pikmin Free. So the Lost Levels needs your help in voting which game we should talk about for our upcoming podcast. Okay, so now we can get into our topic, Tomodachi Life.
Yay.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Tomodachi in Japanese means friend. So it's friend life. And I too many times have I heard people call it Tamagotchi Life. No, it's Tomodachi.
My mother included.
Tomodachi. Tomodachi. It sounds a lot like Tamagotchi, but it's Tomodachi. Though I wouldn't mind Tamagotchi Life either. I used to play with those like all the time when I was a little kid.
I'm imagining that's where they got Tamagotchi from.
Well, the Tamagotchi is actually part of it is from tamago, which means egg, and I forgot what the chi meant, but it's not. It has to do with like the fact that they're like coming from eggs and whatnot, but that's not our subject. Our subject is Tomodachi Life. So our first question is, when did you first get the game? And what were your first impressions about the game before you started playing with it? Yoshi Man, because you are a guest, you're going to be the first person to speak.
Mm-hmm. So, when I first got the game, I don't exactly remember dates. I'm not good with dates. Basically, with this game, I thought it was... like, I didn't know what to think, because it looked like it'd be a lot of fun, but there's also a lot of reviews saying it's, like, bad and stuff, so I wasn't sure what quite to think. I mean, after I got the game, though, I found it quite enjoyable, because just watching your Miis do stuff, sometimes they do some really funny stuff, especially when you add a lot of people that you really know, and they just do a bunch of stuff that they don't typically do, and, well, yeah, that's about it.
Alright, Staryu, when did you first get the game, and what were your first impressions about the game before you started playing it? Like, when you first heard about it, what did you first think about it?
Alright. Okay, so when did I first get the game? Okay, so which week was the week that we did that Mario Kart 8 podcast with Tyler? That was like on...
That was like 2 weeks. That was like 2 weeks ago. That was like
yeah.
our last because I wasn't on the last one, but it was like the one before the last one. So like 2 weeks. It was the last podcast I did before I came over to Arizona. By the way, I'm in Arizona, so
Arizona.
Yes.
I'm gonna go meet up with that seed. No, I'm not.
Don't do that.
I don't even think he's in the same like. I don't even think he's in the same like city as I am. I think he lives like higher, like north. I don't know.
Ain't no mountain. Oh no, never mind.
It's very hot over here, hotter than Staryu.
Oh, yes.
Spicy.
Toadette, smooth as butter.
Smooth as butter. I can't believe it's not butter. Yes. Anyway.
Okay,
You're just
okay,
pulling out
okay,
everything,
okay,
every
question.
reference
Answer
of
the question now.
Okay. So I got the game on. Okay, so since it was 2 weeks ago, I got the game July 5th, 2014, at 2:00 in the afternoon, Eastern time.
Wow, way to be specific.
I had to be really specific.
Extra points for
Yes,
being
A+.
specific.
But I got the game like literally right then and there, like while we were doing the podcast. We were doing What Have You Been Doing, and like the game came at the door because I ordered it on Amazon, and I got it. So I was like, oh, it's right here. I'm doing the podcast. I had to get the game, and then after that, I started playing it. My first impressions when I first saw the game, I was like, this can't. Maybe the hype is just ridiculous. Like, maybe it's not that good. Like, maybe it's just better than what people see it as. But honestly, when I played the game, it was actually very fun. You really get interested in the character relationships. Like, that's what the whole center thing about the game is to me. Like, just the relationships between different characters. That's what I love so much about it. And actually, my first impressions were kind of like, this is going to be boring. But now, I got proved wrong indefinitely because the game is a lot of fun. So, yeah, those are my thoughts.
Alright, Soul, when did you first get the game, and what were your first impressions when you saw the game?
So I got the game when the new Tamagotchi Life demo came out, which is basically the move-in demo without the extra prize you get if you download the game. Which was, I think, I either got it that day or the day after, but I feel like it's the day of. And that was July 2nd. I just searched it up. I got the game and I was like, when I first got the demo, I was like, this is really fun. But then I realized they actually, even though it gets a bit old with the demo, it was still really fun. I was like, I can't wait for this game any longer. So I got the game then, and I haven't played it in like a week, and I'm playing it right now to catch up. And my impressions still haven't changed. I still think the game's really fun, but unfortunately, it doesn't get old in a day. Like, Animal Crossing, to me, even if it was fun, it still got old in a day. Like, I feel like I didn't do anything, and I really don't want to play it again. Today, when I play Tomodachi Life, I can play it for like 15 minutes, and then go back to it maybe 2 hours later, and new things will appear. And to me, even though it's a bit more, menial than Animal Crossing, my first impressions were, at least I can do something with this game and not feel like I wasted my time.
Okay, so now that makes my turn. I first got the game on June 7th. This is like the second day it came out. I was gonna get it the day it released, but the 7th was like the day it released was unfortunately the day like the night before SATs, and it's like oh god, if I play this game, I'm just gonna forget everything. So what I did, I decided to be patient, and I waited a day. So I took my SAT, and when I got home, once the test was over, I immediately bought it on the eShop. So I got it a day after it released, and I actually like wanted this game the first time. Like, if you remember, a few months ago they had that Tomodachi Life Direct on the Nintendo's YouTube channel.
I think it was in April.
Yeah, in April, and I wanted the game ever since I first saw that, and I was like I never heard it. I was surprised when I found out that the game has actually been around since 2013. I mean, of course in just Japan, but like even Fire Emblem Awakening, I knew about that it was in Japan before it came out. It was in a similar state where it was out pretty much a year before it came out in the rest of the world. But I haven't even heard of Tomodachi Life before that Direct. But basically, I was watching the Nintendo Direct. I was like, what is this game? I want it. I need this game. It's so weird. And needless to say, I bought it, and I do not regret buying it because it's just as weird as I thought it would be. And I'd say it was worth the money. It should have been a little cheaper in my opinion, but we'll talk about that later. But I'd say it was worth the money, and it's just as weird as the trailers had put it up to be. Alright, on to the next question. What is your island's name, and how many islanders do you have? And do you have any specific Miis that stand out, like fictional characters or celebrities? Yoshi Man.
My island, I decided to name it after our site, the Mario Party Legacy Island. So, and all I decided to put in was a bunch of people from that site, as well as people I know. So, no real person that stands out other than myself and Zamzi. And everyone else from there, who's like a big part of the podcast.
Okay, Staryu.
Because,
What is your island's name? How many islanders do you have? And are there any specific Miis that stand out, like fictional characters or celebrities?
All right. My item. What the heck? My island's name is Stardust Island for obvious reasons.
Sounds like something from Steven Universe.
Oh my gosh, we need to talk about that later, Toadette. Because did you see the episode?
Oh my!
No,
Why is
I
that
don't
always when
have-
I talk with you guys to do this?
I don't have cable, but I read about it.
Toadette, I can show you a download link for it because it hasn't actually gotten on American TV. Continue, Staryu.
So stop! My God, every time. Okay. My island's name is Stardust Island. I don't know the address. I don't know what the heck. Like, I don't know what that's about.
That's not necessary. Don't add that. I just want to know the name.
All right. So Stardust Island, and for Miis, I have pretty much all my people from the Lost Levels, a few people from MPL, and the rest is a bunch of fictional characters. And by fictional characters, I mean characters from Blooming Flora. And if you don't know Blooming Flora, okay, if you guys are new and you don't know what that is,
If you don't know Blooming Flora is, don't.
it's basically
Not safe for Timmy.
It's not safe for Timmy. There's a lot of cursing. Basically, it's a story
No
that
soup
we
for
did.
Waluigi.
It's a story that we did back then on the Lost Levels YouTube account. So
Back in the glory days.
when we were doing daily videos and stuff, and it was just this whole story, a bunch of characters like Flora, Jessica, Olivia, and all these other characters. So I added characters from that to my game, and I just thought it'd be interesting, so I did that. And I have all pretty much, like, let me see, who do I have? I have Flora, I have Jessica, I have Mabel, Sable, LaBelle, Luna. I have Pango Baby. And
Yeah.
yes, I missed that Pango voice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the rest is just, like I said, characters from the Lost Levels. We have Boo, Toadette, we have Solia Cindy, and we have Super Zambazy. Oh, and we have Timmy as well. Yes. So
Did you
all
make
those
him?
characters.
Did you make his Mii really skinny?
Yes, his Mii is probably the skinniest out of all the people.
The freaking bony ass stick
Mine
sticks
too.
in your body.
His Mii is skinnier than Soul's Mii. Soul is like
Mine
a
is.
toothpick.
It's like, do you have him like at the smallest setting for that? Just like
He
the
looks
lowest
anorexic. That's how skinny he is.
setting. the
what do we-
freaking stick figure body.
Love you, Timmy, if you're listening.
I love you, Timmy. You're awesome,
all
Timmy.
jerks.
Skinny Timmy.
He didn't look that small when I got him.
All right. Okay. That's pretty much all I have on my island.
So, what is your island's name? How many islanders do you have? And do you have any fictional characters or celebrities that you want to share about?
Not unlike my other members. I do have all the podcast people. I have SZ. I have Yoshiman too. I have Toadette, Staryu,
Yes.
and Boo. And then I have my sister because I couldn't think of anybody, and I have like 2 of my friends. But I have other people in there, but like nothing to mention besides us Lost Levels.
Didn't you say you had Angelina Jolie on there?
No, I was gonna make a joke about her before the podcast, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh, boo. Okay, so I guess that leaves it over to moi. My island is called Grandiose Island, from the French word for grand, because I figured a grand amount of stupid shit's gonna happen on this island, so why not call it grandiose?
Yes.
I actually regret. I kind of want to change my island's name, but I'm too comfortable with it because I found out one of my mom's friends also has the game, and she named her island Asslandia.
That's
And it's like,
oh
that's
my
awesome!
every minute of every day.
It's Asslandia Island. It's like, that's so awesome. But I kind of like Grandiose Island. It has a nice ring to it, and you know, it's been this way ever since I first got the game. So if I change it now, it'd feel weird.
Mine is just called Paradise Island because I was lazy.
I have 29 islanders in my game. It's gonna be 30 tomorrow since I have a baby. It's about to grow up.
I have 26.
Most of the people on my island are OCs or just children, but I do have a good amount of fictional characters. I have Toadette, I have Toad, I have Aaron Ryan, Walhart the Conqueror, Robin from Fire Emblem, Morgan from Fire Emblem. Everyone else is pretty much just OC, and I have 2 real life people. Myself and my friend who only wanted to be in my game so she could marry one of my sons.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my island. I think it's a pretty lively community. In fact, I think the general community vibe is lively. I have 14 dudes and 15 girls. Technically 15. I have 15 dudes because the one baby that is going to grow up is a boy baby. I've had 17 children born, 10 weddings, and 1 traveler sent. And my quality of life is 60. And I've solved 3,423 problems and had 11 street pass encounters. Living in New York increases your chance of getting a street pass encounter. Just a little pro tip for you out there.
I live in suburbia, so I'm not gonna get any street pass encounters.
I have like 16 boys and 10 girls.
Yeah.
I'm simply never.
Yeah.
I've got like 5 girls and like 15 guys.
I think I have
Everyone's fighting for the girls.
I think I have 1 more girl over a guy, but I've only 15
I
people.
really
13 guys.
I literally like trying to like even out how many boys and girls I have. So like if I ever start, I have a problem with having too many girls because a lot of the times when my characters have babies, unless if it's like a specific baby I want, most of the time I go random, and like whenever I go random, I always seem to get a girl. So not that there's a problem with that, but I keep getting so many girls that now like I have to add a lot more boy Miis, and I don't know why. I just like having an even amount. But by tomorrow, I'll have a perfectly even amount. My last baby that I currently have will grow up and be added to the island, and then I'll have a perfect 15, 30 islanders, 15 guys, 15 girls. And until the next baby comes, because yesterday one of my Miis said they wanted a baby, so it's going to ruin the balance again, but oh well.
How many islanders can you have at once? If
100.
It's like 100. Yeah.
100.
Okay.
100.
Yeah, so once I get to 100, hopefully I can, if I get to 100, hopefully I can have a perfect 50-50 ratio. Anyways, we've all answered the question now, so now we can move on to our next question, which is a very simple question. What's your favorite thing to do on the island? There's a bunch of little things you can do on your island, and nothing is exclusive to one island, just the name. You can name your island anything. Of course, there's censors and everything, but you know what I mean. There's a whole bunch of things to do on the island. There's like a beach, there's a fountain, there's a merry-go-round, there's not a merry-go-round, there's an amusement park entirely, a cafe, a park, there's like news, there's the relationship checker, there's like the little bonus events like rap battle and quirky questions, a whole bunch of stuff, and everyone has their favorite, so the audience would like to know, what is your favorite thing to do on your island? Yoshi Man!
Okay, well, first off, I just want to point out that, like, while Nintendo tries to censor this, it's not really that good, because I've had a few people say some inappropriate things, and I found those to be quite funny,
I noticed
depending on the situation.
I noticed you can get away with ass.
Yeah, but I got away with, like, I said, saying Like when he's like proposing to a girl, he said he wanted her to rape her.
Oh god.
And asked to go
Oh
out.
god.
And then she went out with him.
Yeah, and also you can do something
So,
called like
like,
you can
yeah.
also do something called like sound abuse, where like you spell something that it doesn't look
Nice.
like it, but it's pronounced the same way. So I noticed
Yeah.
I like to make a lot of random songs on my game, and I noticed if you write Fauck, it's pronounced the same way as the F word. So I have some
gotta see
songs.
that.
I think I
should
literally
use
have one
that.
song where like the only thing the Miis say is "fuck you, fuck you, fuck you."
I should.
I'm a very bored person. Anyways, this is Yoshi Man's time to answer. I'm sorry for taking up the spotlight.
Alright. Alright, my favorite thing to do on this island is to make money because money makes the world go round and you get to buy lots of cool stuff.
Make it rain.
Money.
Yeah. I mean, probably because I like to buy like my Miis stuff, I like to buy him everything. Like this one thing I have, for example, is in Staryu's room, I gave him a disco room so we can like.
Yes.
Oh, I have the disco.
It cost
room.
like It cost $1,000 to get, so I mean it costs a lot. And what's especially best is I have Staryu's favorite food, so whenever I feed him his favorite food, he starts dancing in there. And I gave him. And he also has like a little superhero costume.
What's
so.
my favorite food?
He's actually dancing in there right now without doing
Yes,
anything.
I'm
too.
always jamming, grooving.
It's like the hula dance though. Yeah. Otherwise, I just like watching the Miis do stuff. Like when they're hanging out at apartments and doing stuff. Like right now, I can see like me,
Like farting?
that's me, and Soul. We're all playing on the 3DSs right now.
Oh, I love.
Soul's a ninja for some reason.
I love how they actually have like if you play on if you have friends
Yeah.
over playing your Wii U and Tomodachi Life, you can actually hear the sound effects for Takamaru's Ninja Castle at one point, and I think
Yeah, you can also hear stuff for like you can hear like they have like 3 Nintendo Land games. I know they have the Takamaru's Ninja Castle, they have Metroid Blast, and then they have Legend of Zelda Battle
Yeah.
Quest. They also have like that pirate game in Game & Wario where you're like trying to move the shields. And I don't remember if there's any more than that, but yeah, I find it really cool how they have it. Sometimes I like seeing who wins and stuff, because like if you wait a while, a bunch of Miis will start cheering while some like fall down, depending on who wins or not, and that's also pretty cool. Also, the other thing I like doing is watching little babies as they grow
Oh
up.
yeah, babies are cute.
Yeah.
All right.
So far, I've only got one baby though.
I've had so many babies. Like I already said this, but at one point I've had like 5 babies all at the same time. Because I've even had like 3 or more born on the same day. Something that's pretty funny is that in game. I set Aaron Ryan's birthday to July 7th. The Punch-Out never it tells them how old he is, but they never give any of the characters actual birthdays. So I just put 7-7 because he's Irish, lucky 7. So I made his birthday July 7th, and the game celebrated his birthday. But also on his birthday, he asked for a baby. It's like, all right, our newest son's the result of birthday sex.
oh gosh.
This is the same son I was talking about earlier who has, like, one friend. I can imagine him just going to people. It's like, I had the result of birthday sex! No wonder you only have one friend.
Kids, watch your...
Birthday sex, the best kind of sex.
Okay, I think it's Staryu's turn now.
The bodacious Staryu.
Ooh, yeah. What's your favorite thing to do on the island, honey?
Oh, well, my
Oh!
my favorite thing to do is actually I like to observe the Miis when they hang out with each other, just to see what type of weird things that they do. Like I noticed that like if you give some Miis the same favorite items, those items you give them when they level up.
Yeah, and if they're friends, they'll hang out and play with their items together.
Yeah, play with their
Yeah, it's just
items.
like what I said earlier
Play with
about
their
the
items,
3DSs.
but yeah, that's actually a technique you can do to help get like a couple together faster. Like if you have like opposite sex Miis who are friends and you give them the same stuff, they'll hang out together more, and that will increase their relationship with each other. And of course, you could also do things like give them travel tickets and whatnot.
Oh, I love giving them that. It's like they go to like Paris, or not Paris, they give like Peru and they say weird facts or whatever.
Yeah, is that all,
But-
Staryu?
Yeah, and another thing is I like the musical theater thing, like where you can
Oh
like,
yeah, the
sing
concert
different
hall.
songs. Yeah, the
Oh,
concert hall.
I
That's
forgot
what
to
it's
mention that. That thing's
called.
awesome.
Yeah, it's just when you can like edit. Like to edit a song and make your me say like bizarre things like what Toadette said.
I did that.
I like
Yeah.
making like songs. That's one of the coolest things. Like, I like making Miis perform. Like I remember like I had like a band of 3 people. I don't know if it's called a band. They were singing this song, and like it was a team of like 3 guys, and like I don't know if it was like the ballad song or the opera song was one of them, and like my me was like singing the song to one of them, and it was just so funny. I'm like,
Oh,
wait.
that's the ballad. The ballad. Yeah.
I'm like, you're
I
not
love
supposed
the
to sing it
ballad.
like that. I thought you were like singing it to the people, but you were singing it to my friend. And I'm like, oh
Yeah,
my
if
God.
there's the actual I find that something cool that in the concert hall, like the actual like stage, like the way your Miis perform differentiates depending on if you're making them sing solo or in a group. So if they're singing solo, in the case of the ballad, they'll like come down and like sing to the audience. But if they're singing in the group, then the first 2 Miis in the group will be singing to each other, and the other Miis will be like backup.
Yeah, that was so hilarious. I loved it, but like, yeah, those are my favorite parts of the game.
Okay, Soul, what's your favorite thing to do on the island?
My favorite thing to do on the island is I like to just like and not even if they have like a problem, like they'll have that weird little black cloud in their thoughts or whatever when they have a problem. It's not even that, but I just like to like give the Miis stuff because I love just giving them like Yoshiman. I gave him the fluffy room, which is a whole bunch of like bright plushy furniture and like a plush wall and a plush floor, and I gave him that and he loved it and was like, okay, whatever. I was just giving him like a cheap room setting, and I also gave Yoshiman teal hair and Boo had pink hair at one point, and it just there's so many weird things to do and they just seem to enjoy it when I'm not even saying their real like counterpart, but nobody would really want their hair pink like in such a random fashion. Just like, hey, I'm gonna dye my hair pink now, no reason why. I also like dealing with the I like listening to the news reports because they'll at the end of every news report, like not the ones that like actually something important happens on, it's just some weird thing like
Daily
hey,
news reports.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, somebody literally flooded their room and turned it into a like pool.
Oh,
So
I
now
got
everybody's
that
just
one
looking
yesterday.
I got it. Just
My
now.
my favorite one,
Haven't had that.
is one like who logs the most toilet time.
What?
They had like the Miis on little toilets.
I've had that one a few times now. They've ended up kind of the same actually, which is kind of funny.
And like when it came to interviewing the other Miis, just like the random passerby Miis, I had like one of them was like Toad, and he said, "This gives me hope for humanity."
Well, it's like I also like it because yeah, they only have a set and like they'll always go like, we asked some people on the island what they thought, and they don't have any like set responses to the news story. It's just like the same, maybe like 10 or so responses.
I've had one Mies say like, "Hi mom, hi dad, I'm on TV."
Yeah, or one of them was like, why is this even on the news? And I'm like, what? Like all of them are so irrelevant and they don't actually have anything newsworthy.
Yeah.
All the time whenever I have the news and then Staryu pops up, he always seems to say the same thing though. He's like, "Hi mom, send cash."
Send cash.
Oh,
Send
I'm
money.
always asking for the SSS.
The
Is that it, Soul?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I'm broke.
Well, you next like 2 years, not even like like a year now, you're gonna be in college, so you're gonna need that SSS.
I'm gonna need it. Yes.
Oh yeah, especially going to college in New York. Jeez.
Oh, expensive.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Anyways, going on to me, my favorite thing to do on the island is just like what everyone else said. I love watching my Miis and just watching what they do together. I especially love when they're like walking and then just one randomly trips. I always take
Oh my God.
I always take a picture whenever one of my Miis trip, and oftentimes it's one of my children, and it's like, oh, they're just like their mom. And I also like when they do the Wii U together and they start dancing.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I think I think that's never mind.
That might be the Game and Wario game, I think.
Yeah.
Anyways, I also like doing quirky questions and asking random stuff. Like one time I asked them like who has a large collection of dildos.
Yeah, I've asked that several
I've
times.
done that
I've asked
too.
that several times. It's just like the weirdest thing.
I asked
the
them like
weirdest
really,
people
I asked some
respond.
really inappropriate stuff because I'm a teenager. I have no common sense. And my all-time favorite thing to do though is to make songs in the concert hall. And a lot of times I won't just make them curse. I'll make them just say random stuff. Like literally, I'll just like mash my hands on the keyboard. I have this one that is hold on a second. I have to find it, but it's one that I made Toadette sing. It's the techno song.
Oh, I love the techno song.
And it's a techno song, and I literally just put no lyrics to it. And basically, it just goes like this.
Oh, are you playing it?
Like, she never says anything. It's just her just, like, randomly yelling. It's hilarious if you actually see the lyrics themselves, but it's literally just...
I've seen
Robo
Toadette do this
Nazi.
before. I've seen Toadette do this before, where she just puts a whole bunch of letters in it. She did a rap one with Toad and Toadette, I think.
Yeah, and ends with Toad saying, "Go fuck yourself."
And I was like, okay. Then.
Anyways, yeah, basically the whole song is literally just... And I don't, it's really stupid, but it just amuses me to no end, especially if it's like 12 o'clock like in the morning, or at night, when it's like 12 a.m. and I'm super tired and I don't want to go to bed yet, so I just do that and just like, just laughing like an idiot. But yeah, that's what I like to do on the island.
Yeah, man.
So now this next question is a more, excuse me, it's still kind of early in the morning around here, about 10:38 a.m. The next question is a little more serious, but it's still like it's a bigger question, and it is, what do you think of the relationship system in this game? So it's a general talk about friends, couples, marriage, and babies. Like, how has that worked out for you? Like, what are your weirdest pairings? And like, have you ever, for those who have babies in their games, have you ever gotten any butt ugly babies before? Just a general talk about that. Like, how well do you think the relationship system is like in this game, Yoshi Man?
The relationship thing can be like it's good because because everyone just become friends, and I kind of like just want everyone to be friends. So every time someone tries to be friends, I say good. But sometimes it can get quite weird, especially when you got two people in here who hate each other in real life, and then they just like want to get married for some reason. They like keep trying to get married. I keep telling them no because the actual person doesn't want to. I'm talking about like Dark Boo here because he keeps telling me no whenever I bring up he wants to go with Luigi Fan.
Oh God.
But yeah, he and Luigi Fan just want to keep going together. I keep telling them no.
Yeah, you better not put
Because
them
like
together.
just for his sanity. Well, I mean, at least like finally like Luigi Fan went with Max Me, so that's all good there. So, but yeah, it's just funny seeing like these two people who actually hate each other in real life. They like are like almost best friends in the game. Not best friends because like Dark Boo is like my Mii's best friend in the game. So, but yeah, also like marriage and baby also is like cool because like your Mii's actually get together. They get in their own home. They don't have like a little apartment that they just in. And they actually like do stuff together in the home. Like
I don't
like,
mean
you
to
check once in a
interrupt, but
while, they'll be sleeping,
there's
eating.
actually something interesting I noticed about the houses. You know how like the color of the roof of the house actually is dependent on the couple Mii's personalities.
I noticed that. Even
I
though
didn't know
Yeah,
I've only gotten married once.
like for instance, Toad and Toadette, who I married in my game. Toadette is an outgoing entertainer. and Toad is an easygoing dreamer. So if you have like an outgoing Mii and an easygoing Mii, and they get married, their roof will be orange. And if you have a confident Mii with an easygoing Mii, their roof will be purple, like a light purple. If you have two independent Miis, their house will be like a greenish color. If you have an independent with an outgoing Mii, their house will be like a blue color. I haven't found all the combos yet since I haven't had like every Mii of every personality marry every other. I haven't found all the combos, but I've noticed that, and every outgoing and easygoing couple I've had have always had an orange house. So it's like this little pattern I noticed. I thought it's pretty cool. The house's interior also changes too. It's not just the color of the roof. Like the interior is also different.
Yeah, I actually hadn't quite noticed that because my Mii is an easygoing, and I have him married to confident designer, and they've got like a black roof on their house.
Yeah, I have one that's a black roof too, and that's
Yeah.
I wonder if it's I can't tell if it's actually black or like dark blue. I think it's more dark blue, but
Mine's more black.
Yeah, but yeah, this one, I have like, this like dark roof. I have a confident and a independent. It's pretty. It's like a little something cool. But please continue, Yoshi man.
I lost track of where I was, but I think I was about good anyways.
Okay, alright, Staryu, what do you think about the relationship system? And if you have any interesting relationships you want to share, please go ahead.
Alright. Okay, so what do I think about the relationship system? I think I mentioned this earlier, or maybe I didn't. I forgot, because I always forget. I think that the relationships in a game is what makes the game so interesting. Cause it's just so interesting to just put a bunch of people in this island and just see who falls in love, who hates each other, who's friends, and whatever the case might be. Like, it's just, like, for my game, it makes me so sad that Dark Boo and Toadette are not my friends. I'm friends with Soul and SZ, but, like, I'm not friends with my busty Toadette babe, and I'm not friends with my busty Boo babe. And it makes me sad. But I do love the marriage system and how it works. Like, funny story, let me mention this quickly. Alright, so you guys know Flora, right? Now, okay, how do I word this? Let me find a way to word this, because I'm saying it wrong. She had someone as a boyfriend, right? Okay, so they were just in the boyfriend-girlfriend stage. So it was her and my friend Vinny. In like 3 hours or less, Flora wanted to marry him. I'm not even kidding. They fall in love on the same day, and after that, she's like, I want to marry him. In like less than 3 hours, I'm like, oh my god, what happened in 3 hours?
Dang it, Flora.
And Flora, she ties the knot quickly, because like I was just shocked like how quick that was. I'm like, damn, Boo and Jessica who are together. Jessica and Boo didn't get married yet, so it's like just really weird to see like how these two people like married each other in less than like 3 hours.
Oh yeah, I've actually had this one couple that got married in less than 2 hours, and it was hilarious because the other day, like before they were a couple, they had each other at the blue rating, so like they hated each other, and then one of my other couples, this is actually my first son, not the birthday sex baby, the other son I have,
Agnes.
Angus.
Angus. Dang it, I always get Agnes.
Agnes is the daughter. Angus is my son, and Aiden is my newest son. He's the birthday sex baby. Anyway, Angus, I made him get married to one of Toad and Toadette's kids, and in less than an hour after they got married, it's like Diana and I have been thinking about having a baby. It's like, whoa, what the hell? You just got married, kid.
Hey, he's on his honeymoon then.
He got married, he had the after party, and then he immediately shoved her under the bed. It's like baby time.
I was in the middle of my sister was trying to pop the question to somebody, and I messed it up. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah, I actually had people say that the proposal game is hard, but I haven't actually like had much.
I was just distracted by trying to listen to you guys too. I was trying to comment, but I had nothing to say because I only got one person married, and I got married to a Disney star of all people.
Who'd you get married to?
I got married to who's it? What's her name? Miley Cyrus is a joke. And
Oh my god.
Old Miley, not new Miley. Old Miley.
Hannah Montana Miley.
That
No, like
Good.
17-year-old Miley.
you mean the non?
Anyway,
I don't want to say anything offensive.
also, what's funny is Vinny, Flora's husband. It's so funny because every time I look inside the house, most of the time it's just Flora there and not him taking care of the baby they have because they have a baby together and the baby's named Lucas. Like literally all I see is Flora there and like Vinny usually is just in the apartment like not there at the
deadbeat
house.
dad.
Deadbeat dad. I'm like, damn, like, he's always like hanging out with like one of his friends or whatever, but he's like never at the house, like only like during the nighttime.
I think it's funny how like sometimes I'll have my two Miis, like I'll have like a couple of Miis just like sitting outside in the porch, just like looking at each other lovingly and all, but the baby will still be inside. It's like, hello guys, shouldn't you be looking at the baby?
How responsible.
That's happened with me before. It's like, wow, I'm a shitty parent.
That's not happened to me once, oddly. They're always taking care of the baby.
Is that all you have to say, Staryu?
Yes, that's everything that I needed to say. I'm just
Okay.
waiting now. I'm just waiting for Boo and Jessica to get married.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on the relationship system?
Well, with the friendship relationships to start off, I think it's actually really cool how it works because you can basically, I mean, you can't just like get them to be friends at any point, but if you want to like try to have a strategy, like I want this person to get married to this person to be weird like that, or just want to get them as friends, all you have to do is wait for them to say, hey, I want to be friends with this person. You're like, all right, whatever, you can do that, please do it. Also, I've been, I like having, the marriage, whatever it's called, the marriage mini game on the topic of that, since we discussed it before, is all right. I think it's if you're really paying attention, if you're not listening to something, you can do it really easily. But if not, you kind of get screwed up with it. Once you get the people married and like when my person, by the way, I forgot who I'm married to. It wasn't Miley Cyrus. I don't know who it was. I have to go check later. But it's the marriage game is hard, but like right after that when they get married, mine took like literally I don't know how long it took because I played the game maybe 4 days after they got married for the 4 days afterwards, and then but they never asked for a baby, but I know they did recently, and then they had it. Now I don't know why it took so long because like who's it? Staryu said that they got married in 3 hours. Mine took a week to get married.
Yeah, it's just different on the couple. I don't think there's really any way to control it.
Also, the babies, I think I'm a sucker for babies, but they were, the one they had was cute, but I don't know if they're all ugly. They have, like, weird little, like, when you rock it, they get really mad, but they look adorable when that one, at least, looks adorable when it, like, falls asleep.
Yeah.
And,
the babies, you probably already noticed this, but the babies, they take random characteristics from both of the parents.
yeah, like, I think it has the mother's eyes or whatever. Personally, I think the relationships are fine. To me, at least, they feel like they take forever, but I guess I'm just getting unlucky.
I think they take forever too.
It's
I mean, mine took forever to start up.
it's fine. The relationships can be, I mean, it can be considered nothing special.
Is that all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I really like the relationship system in this game, though I did get kind of pissed off because, originally, back in the early days I was playing this game, Walhart and Robin actually got into a fight and broke up. Like, when they're, like, in the sweetheart stage, they got into a fight and they broke up, and it took me forever because, when Miis break up, I don't know if it can happen if they're divorced, probably not, but if they're a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and they break up, it is actually possible to get them back together. But it took so long because, like, like Robin immediately like shoved Walhart into the blue, like she didn't want to talk to him at all. And Walhart was like at this he was like at the green stage. It was like great memories. So basically like after a few weeks, eventually I got like this notification from Walhart saying like, yo, like I miss Robin, I want to get back together with her. And what I did was I saved right when he had a little heart icon. I saved before checking up on him, and then so basically what I did was that I kept telling him to get back together with her, and I soft reset for every time she rejected him. It took me about 15 soft resets until she actually said yes, and they got back. And basically I just showered them in travel tickets so they wouldn't break up again. And they're married now, and they actually have 2 children. But that was like a huge pain in the ass because like you can tell that it took me a long time for Walhart and Robin to get back together because my child got married before they did. As you probably remember from the facts, the Lost Levels Facts podcast, my me of myself, like my real life self, she married Aaron Ryan, and we have 3 children. Toad and Toadette, they also have 3 children. Toad and Toadette's first child, he has a 3rd child on the way.
Gosh.
My daughter, she has 2 children. One of my couples has 2 children. And then every other couple except for one has had just 1 child, and this one couple is like fairly new. This one couple I got them together like 2 days ago, so they actually haven't even asked for a baby yet, but eventually they'll have a baby. But yeah, I've had a lot of babies on this island, and it's just like baby palooza, and I love the babies. They're really cute, and I love the little noises they make. But I've had a couple of butt ugly babies before. My daughter, she married one of my OCs, a toad named Blaine, and his me is basically just like this little grumpy looking guy, and he just has kind of like a toad face, and she's just a human. But unfortunately, every time they've had a baby, both of their babies they've had, they've gotten like a human face but squished up like a toad's. And so it's like,
Ew.
oh god, what happened to your baby? And it's really awful. But it's hilarious at the same time. So I keep them ugly until they grow up, because when they grow up, you can actually have the option to change their appearance again before they either when they grow up, you have 2 options. They can either travel or they can move in, and if they travel, they move out of your island and they go to other people's islands through Street Pass, and occasionally they come back to visit. But you can never actually like interact with them like the other Miis. And if you choose to move in, then obviously they'll move into the apartment, and then you can just take care of them and pamper them like you would any other Mii. But yeah, so basically I've had these babies that were like super ugly, and I kept them ugly until they grew up because they just looked so funny. I didn't want to change it. So yeah, that's my opinion on the relationships. I really love how diverse it is. It's kind of a shame that they didn't allow gay marriage, but that's a big subject that we can touch on later, because it's like super huge.
I already have a good enough reason as to why it's not, because
because they probably wanted to focus marriage on children. So if you had a gay couple, like you couldn't really like have any children, which is normal. It would probably some people wouldn't find a problem with that, but I also mainly think it's because that gay marriage isn't really a big thing in Japan, like and so I've heard. And the game came out in Japan like almost a whole year before we got it. So in order to have had gay marriage, it had to be in the Japanese version too, because they can't just implement this whole big mechanic in one version, not have another version. That's basically my idea in the gay marriage. So like if they wanted to have gay marriage in the game, they'd have to wait till the next Tomodachi game.
Which they said they probably are.
Yeah,
they should have it the next
Nintendo
game.
had issued a letter of apology to its audience, like next time we'll try to put it in and whatnot, and yeah.
I don't see why it's a problem though. I mean, like I can see
My
why
only problem
they
is
did
they
it because
took it
like
out.
you can't have two like people who are gay come together and somehow have a kid magically because
There's
it's
actually a
not
glitch in
that's
the
just not how
there's
the
actually
human
a glitch in the
orgasms work.
Japanese version that allowed a gay couple to get get together and get married, but that also allowed them to have children, which was kind of weird.
Yeah, that's the part.
It's
that's,
hilarious,
like, the
but
main
weird
reason
too.
why
And
I
I'm
think.
assuming that even in a game as weird as Tomodachi, they at least want to kind of be accurate with biology. And
Yeah.
even
Yeah, that's probably maybe. It's not like there's some adoption center they can just get
Yeah,
their babies
even-
from
and
Or
even-
around.
surrogacy. There's other ways too. Like it could be your own.
well, I don't think
I
they
know.
would implement those into a game mostly like for children, because children would have no idea about surrogate mothers and whatnot. Like they don't know about that stuff.
Well, it has to be
Yeah.
some way.
But no, like they would legit have
Too
babies, like
complicated.
no surrogate mothers or anything, just like two people making a baby, and it was kind of hilarious. But a lot of the ways that people have been finding their way around the whole gay marriage thing is that they make a gay couple, but they make one of them the opposite sex. Because I actually find it a pretty useful technique, because I noticed the game doesn't really shove the character's gender down your throat, like like this is a girl, this is a boy. Like it really only the gay couple I have, I made one of them a female, and the one that I made female, I actually honestly forget that I made them a girl until it says stuff like she liked it or she loves it and whatnot. Basically, when it refers to the character, and also like the cafe event, like the guys only, girls only thing, and also in concert halls where he appears in like a dress. But it's not like not like female characters, like you have to give them girl clothes, you have to do this and do that. And like this character, I made a girl, like he has like a beard too, so it's like pretty much just he pretty much looks exactly the same as he would if he were a male me, just he's referred to as female because I made him a female me. So it's not too bad. It's better than them just shoving it like like this is a girl. And I appreciate that. So it makes it a little more easier. It makes it a little more easy to have a gay couple, but it's not like a gay couple. So it's close, but not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the subject of like making a guy like looking like a girl, and the fact that like they can wear any clothes, so it doesn't matter. It's one time in my game, I actually gave someone like a princess dress, like one of the guys. I'm not gonna say exactly who.
It better not have been
like,
me.
Yeah, I gave one of them a princess dress,
If it was me, I don't care.
and I think they liked it.
Yeah. One of my
Rose looks
Miis.
good in a dress. Just saying.
If it was me, I don't really care. So.
One of my Miis, his name is
I got rid
Maxi.
of it, though,
He's
don't
actually
worry if it is you or
Maxi is
not.
actually one of the Miis in the gay couple. He's the guy. I put him in a princess outfit, and I gave him like the beauty kit and whatnot, like all of the girly items, and I even edited him on the Mii Maker to make sure that everyone calls him Princess Maxi.
Oh my god.
and they do. They do. It's like with no question. And it's hilarious. But yeah. Moving on to the next question, because this is a pretty big topic. Like we could pretty much almost have like a whole podcast about this, because it was a pretty controversial topic at the time.
Yeah.
But the next question is a very easy and simple one. Occasionally your Miis will get a little green icon over their window, and they'll jump and beg you to play with them. And basically, I just want I want you guys to know, I want to learn, like, what is your favorite and your least favorite minigame. And for this, we're not going to count the sneeze game, because the sneeze game isn't really a minigame, because they don't actually, like, ask you to play it. They just, like, ask you, oh, I can't get this sneeze out. So we're not going to count the sneeze game, but, like, actual legit minigames that they ask you to play with them. What is your favorite? What is your least favorite? Yoshi Man.
can include the sneeze game. It doesn't matter. Sneeze game I don't even like. My favorite ones are actually the me based ones because, like, it's like me facts. You get to like check like it's like they're giving facts about your islanders. You get to see like how like who has what, how close people are together. Just like a little backup. Then there's like the shadows for the Miis. I only like it for the Miis because these are like the people that other people have actually made, other than like the food and treasure ones, which are like in-game stuff. But like these are like guys that you've given clothes to, so like even the clothes give it, because like Max Me, I have a sombrero. Whenever I see a shadow that shows like a sombrero, I'm like, oh, that's Max Me, I know who that is. Like, and then there's others who are kind of hard to make out. Like I have a shadow of like me and Soul, like very similar, except like my me's like a little bit bigger, like in size. I'm not fat. But
Anyway, oops.
yeah. Well, I'm not actually fat though. Is the thing? It's just Soul's too skinny.
Sorry.
Soul, you need to gain weight.
No,
you need to gain some weight. But yeah, like it's kind of tough to determine us apart from times. So like that stuff. The one I don't really like, I'm trying to think. I don't really like the double food and shadow quiz, because if you see my Miiverse post, you can see I just posted one like yesterday or something. I don't know when this like goes up. I think it's like, yeah, but I recently posted one where it's like a really cheap scenario. There's like three objects. Like you have to pick two of the three objects. Is like one of the objects was a bowling ball, and there's like two other smaller objects. All you could see was the shadow of the bowling ball, so you have to guess what the other one is. That one really annoyed me. And yeah, apart from that, there's not really much that I dislike, other than catch, because that one's impossible, almost. Especially when it's a smelly sock.
I like, personally, I like that game too. I was gonna say something on catch, but there's not much to say on it. It's just, hey, we're dropping something and you just need to tap at the right time.
I actually found that game is easier to play if you play it without sound, so you don't get distracted by me talking to you and whatnot. Anyways, Staryu, what is your favorite and your least favorite mini game? And remember, we're not counting the sneeze game.
Alright, okay, so my favorite mini game has to be the Me Facts. I like that just because it tests your knowledge. The only question I don't like is, me and Toadette were talking about this earlier. It's the question that involves like their fullness of two people's stomachs, bellies, whatever. Because it's like, oh, like, are these two people full or are they not full? I'm like, I have no idea. I don't remember when I fed that person or these people. So that's the only question I don't like. But the rest is like really simple stuff that I can remember. And if I ever do fail it, I'm like, oh my god. But what the mini game that I don't like has to be the one where you have to catch things. I'm sorry. I always, like, every time I try to catch it, I'm like, ugh. I almost get it, but it's like a little too early or a little too late. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm like, ugh, just catch the damn thing. But that's the only mini game that I really don't like. Anything else, it's perfectly fine with me. But yeah, MeFax is my favorite. And the catching game, I don't like that.
I like, since it's my turn next, I like the MeFax one a lot. I've only messed up on it once, and that was today. And it was, I think it was, shoot, now it must have been, what birth month it is, because I don't know this, one of the people's birth month. I don't know half these me's birth months. I just put them as a grown-up or a kid if necessary. But I was, I like the MeFax one. I actually do like that one where, I don't know what it's called, it's like one food, one item silhouette challenge that Yoshima mentioned. I like that one just because, to me, it's really easy. Even if I don't know what the object is, like, I don't have it, so I don't exactly know what it looks like in Tamagotchi Life. It's not, I thought I said Tamagotchi Life for a second. It's not exactly a problem. Usually they're pretty easy to succeed in. I don't think I've ever lost one, but I've definitely been like, I'm just gonna guess this one, because this is literally a circle, and I don't know which could really be a circle, and it's like, oh, this was like salmon mignon or whatever, and I was like, oh, how am I supposed to know that? It's on a plate. Other mini games that I enjoy, catch is annoying to me because I used to not get the timing correctly, but now I've gotten the timing right. But I just have bad memories of it. Also, what's that? What is that mini game? Oh, versus memory. I can't stand that one because I've lost once, and every single other time I've gotten a draw. So I don't think I win anything. I just get like one of those goods like stomach medicine or whatever. Which, by the way, it's like 10 pieces of cold medicine.
I have 29 stomach medicine.
I have
and 26 cold medicine.
I have a lot. I have Let me hold on a second. Let me check. I'm just gonna.
Sometimes I just feed them the medicine at random because I have so
Yeah,
much.
because they say something like this tastes kind of funky or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 90.
Ew.
I have 98 cold medicines and 70 stomach medicines. Like
Oh,
I have
Lord.
so
Oh
many
my.
cold medicines because whenever my Miis get sick, like it's always their stomach. Like I just figured it's funny because originally like they'd only get colds, but now all they get is stomach aches. And I'm like, all right, I guess I just have a crap load of medicine now. Are you done, Soul?
Yeah.
Okay, so my favorite mini game. I also like the Mii-based ones, like Mii Facts and Mii Shadow Quiz. The Mii Shadow Quiz is really easy for me because all of my Miis look like really different from each other. Like they look super different. Like they all look like super freaky and whatnot. And even the ones with like similar hairstyles, they're either like different genders or different heights, so it's easy to tell. Pardon me. It's easy to tell the difference between them. But I have to say, Mii Facts is probably my favorite out of all of them, except when they ask the stupid hunger question. And sometimes it gets really confusing when they ask the age question, because a lot of my Miis, since they're like OCs and whatnot, or children, I don't really have like a set age for them, so I automatically just set them to 18 so they can be adults. And a lot of times, like sometimes I have one that's like 17 or 19, and it's like I forget I set them to be like a year older or a year younger, and I'm like, I think that's 18. Oh no, wait, no, it's 17. I get that question messed up. Oh, and also they trick you a lot when they give you the personality question, like, because sometimes they ask you if they're in the same group, so like the same main category, and sometimes they'll ask you if they're the same exact thing. So sometimes they'll give you, like, say, outgoing charmer and outgoing entertainer. They'll ask you if they're in the same group, and that would be yes. But if they asked you if for an outgoing charmer and outgoing entertainer, if you asked if they had the same personality, you'd have to say no, because one is a charmer and one is an entertainer. But you have to, like, read really carefully, and I get confused sometimes, and I'm like, wait, but they're still in the same group, technically. Yeah, anyways, my least favorite game is probably, I keep yawning, what the hell? It used to be the catch game, but I got pretty good at that one. Now I'd have to say my least favorite is football, because whenever I get football, it's always when I'm tired, and I'm like, or I just woken up, and I'm basically just like playing the game like really slowly, and it always asks to play football when I'm really tired, and I'm like, I'm just gonna let you win.
You're just like, no, I don't.
When I'm at like full awakeness too, I always get worried that I'm gonna like crack my touch screen because of how fast I'm pressing it.
Yes,
so,
same thing.
So like most of the time, like if the Mii is being really stubborn, I'll just let them win. Another game that I really like is the match game. I don't care what Soul says. I love the match game. I'm really good at it too.
I don't like the versus match game.
Yeah, I like the versus match game. I'm good at it.
Oh.
Like one time, I dominated one of my Miis. Like I got every single one of them, and a lot of times I get ties too. But I think there's only been a couple of times where I've lost. So yeah, that's mini game. That's the subject of mini games. Now the next question is also really just flexible, and it's just one that I'm really eager to see because there's like so many various answers to this question, and it is, what has been the funniest thing that's happened to you in your game so far that you can remember? Yoshi Man.
I can say a lot of things about this. I'm not sure exactly which ones. I'm just gonna say like a bunch of them. The first one I've already said already. That's Dark Boo and Luigi fan trying to get together because in real life they hate each other. I know like a bunch of people don't like her because of how she was. So like that's kind of funny.
Don't say
seeing
it
these
out
two
loud.
people hate
She
each
listens to
other.
the
I mean,
podcast.
dang.
I'm sorry, but that's what's true.
Yoshi Man laying
And,
that
like,
true tea.
I'm not editing that.
No mercy from Yoshi Man.
I mean, I actually am fine with her because like I don't hate her. I don't like I like her kind of, but like I'm not sure.
Oh my god.
I think I'm
Hey,
saying I'm
let's
saying
move
this
on.
wrong.
Hey, let's move on.
I am saying this wrong. Let's go off to the next thing I want to say. Like one other thing I like. Some other funny things I have are like with the music, like because like they don't actually get like the noise, like how they speak right, even though you can enter your own lyrics. So sometimes some like really funny situations come up from that. Also, there's like this one kind of like song that I have that's also funny that I found extremely funny. There's like me and Maxme doing like the musical, and like you know how like the second person will like jump on the table at one point.
Well,
Like,
I haven't done any of these group ones. So I don't know.
Yeah, I have it so like Maxme singing the actual song. Then like my V will randomly just pop up saying like, "Hey, I'm standing on a table," and he's like interfering with the whole song.
Same.
That's kind of funny. And also like the news program. There's like this and the last thing is like this one news program I have to open up. It's like I need to find it. It's like where is it? Yeah, it's like a record rock paper scissors match.
What?
I just want to play through it. So like yeah, I'm trying to figure it out.
The world record has been broken today. VIP and Dark Blue broke the record for rock, paper, scissors 3 matches.
Do you want us to come back to you? Because we need to get going.
Yeah, yeah.
That Miis sounds
I
like
just,
my Toad
Did it actually
Miis.
get on the mic? Did it get on the mic?
Yeah.
I could hear a little bit.
Yeah, it's like they're like playing rock paper scissors 203 times over some food. Then they're like saying they want to play
Why
again.
did you want to do? Anyway.
Yeah, it's like funny. Yeah, but that's about it.
One of-
Those are the
One of
three
my
main
niece
things that
has like
stand
a
out to
really
me, though.
super high pitched voice that I gave her, and it's hilarious. Like she sounds like this.
Oh, is that the
That sounds like Soul.
Yeah, it does. Is that I think I know. No, I don't. Never mind.
It's Ruby.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, she like I laugh every time she talks because she's all like.
Ah.
I could not give a voice like that to someone in my game.
She's supposed to be really shy, but like there's no option to make their voice quieter, so I just made her voice really high pitched. So, moving on, Staryu, what's the funniest thing that's happened to you in your game that you can remember?
The funniest thing has to be like what I mentioned earlier with Flora marrying Vinny like literally in like less than 3 hours. That has to be the funniest thing I can think of because
like
there's been like lots of funny moments, but they've been like mostly like me just chuckling, but like this one, like when that happened, I was literally on the floor. I'm like, are you serious? Like, is this literally happening right now? I was literally dying through the whole Flora, you know, like where they do like a little game where like you have to like every time Vinny's thinking of Flora or whatever male character's thinking of the female, you have to like click something and like Flora will talk to them or mention something. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that happens when like you're about to before the marriage happens. So I was like literally just dying all the time. I'm like literally I cannot believe this is happening. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're really getting married like literally less than 3 hours? I couldn't do it. Another funny thing has to be in the we were at the cafe. It was me, SZ, Soul, and VIP. They were just talking. I was just listening. Let me see. Like, okay, let me see if they say anything interesting. My Miis said, "Tell me what you really think of me. Be honest." And SZ said, "I like you, especially when you buy me food." Hint, hint. I'm like, are you freaking
What?
kidding me? I like you.
Oh,
especially
I've
when you buy
gotten
me
that
food.
before,
Hint, hint.
and the character who said that line, the exact line, she's supposed to be like a stoner, so I was like, this is perfect. And then I had another character say, like, you have the personality of a disposable camera.
What?
Disposable. Oh my god.
Dude, are you calling me trash? You calling me like I'll use you once and I'll just throw you out. What a jerk.
Who said that? Was that Toadette or is it Saul?
That was me using my voice.
Oh. Saul, stop! Oh my god. But yeah, that's pretty much all the funny moments I can think of on the top of my head. Because there's been like just tons of things I've just like took a picture of and stuff that I just had to like save because they were like hilarious. So yeah.
Okay, so Soul, what's the funniest thing that's happened to in your game?
Well, all my funny things are things that like none of you would get because either they're personal or they're things you like not personal. Like, oh my god, that's it's just like things you wouldn't understand because they have to do with friends, or just things you wouldn't know about. So one of my funnier things is like Boo wanted to dye his hair, and whenever they want to dye their hair, I can never decide. So I just close my eyes and tap randomly on the screen, and it landed on pink. And Boo with pink hair is just so weird because
Nicki Minaj.
no, well that, but it's just because I'm like Boo, like why would Boo dye his hair pink? Like none of these people would ever dye their hair pink because it wasn't like a deep hot pink. It was like bright fluorescent pink, and like every time we played like the Mii pixel quiz, I'm like, oh, that's Boo. It has to be Boo because his hair is pink. Yoshiman also dyed his hair teal. I think I mentioned that before. I've had a whole bunch of people wear different clothes. Like he's wearing a pink sweater vest because he wanted new clothes, and I was like, all right, what do I have left? And all I have is a pink sweater vest. So he looks insane. I don't actually think I Staryu's Mii. No, I still do, but Staryu doesn't do anything out of the ordinary, but he did have his hair dyed like pink, also pink at one point. But I decided he looks too weird with that because I just didn't see it fit. I don't have anything funny, I guess. I don't have anything to support for this question, in my opinion.
Okay, so in my game, I don't really have like too many funny moments, except possibly maybe the whole like asking for a baby under 1 hour and whatnot. That was pretty funny. But I do love it whenever like Miis that I base off of OCs and fictional characters, when they're in character. One time, like Walhart, he had like a little like ... bubble, just the little bubble where they say something random. I clicked on it, and he said, "There's no point in conquering something that's already been conquered. No glory."
Oh god.
And also one time during the guys chat at the cafe, Aaron Ryan said something like, I collect 4-leaf clovers now. It's who I am. And one time he actually had like the cheeseburger dream.
Oh gosh. Oh wait, there are two of them. I've seen one where they're like riding on a cheeseburger through the air, and then I've seen another where they're skydiving.
He had the one where he's skydiving and he ate the cheeseburger. My friend I gave his QR code to a couple of my friends too, and in their game, one of them, he had him with the other cheeseburger dream where he just falls on top of the giant cheeseburger. It's
just beautiful.
It's like, yep, that's Aaron Ryan for you.
It's just so beautiful, that game.
I just love it when Miis just accidentally become in character, and it's just I don't even know how to explain it. I also thought it was funny how during this week I managed to eat for dinner. I managed to have both of my Mii, the Mii of myself, both of her all-time favorite foods. I noticed that my Mii is like really inaccurate with the foods she doesn't like. Like she doesn't like cheeseburgers, she doesn't like tacos, and she doesn't like chocolate. And like, who doesn't like chocolate? You're a freaking weird Mii.
So what's your favorite?
Weird ass Mii. My Mii's all-time favorites are accurate though. Her all-time favorite is roast beef, and her super all-time favorite is steak. And I had both of those for dinner during this week, and I thought that was pretty hilarious. So in honor, I gave her both of those meals when I was eating, and I just thought it was pretty funny.
I have to feed you steak right now because I want somebody to have the super.
Yeah, feed her steak. It makes her go into space.
Alright, where are you?
I don't think that does it for my game.
Yeah,
no, I
it's
think
the
that
same.
transfer
It's the same for any. If I give you the QR code for my character, she's going to have all the same favorites that she does in my game.
Let me make sure of that.
It happened.
Oh, yeah,
happens.
Steak's
It
all-time
happens. I can
favorite.
confirm it.
Steak is all-time
Steak is
favorite.
all-time
Right
favorite.
now.
Roast beef is.
Oh,
Steak is super all-time favorite. Roast beef is all-time favorite, and her worst ever is tacos.
Oh,
I don't know what her worst is yet.
I'm gonna get. Oh, I don't have tacos or roast beef.
I do have
Give her
Does anyone
steak.
have me
Make
as
her
a
go. Make her
favorite?
go into space.
I don't know what my favorite food is for my Mii.
Yeah.
Let me take a look
Oh wait, okay.
at your character. You have your all-time favorite is a panini.
Is a what?
She's just
A panini.
What the hell is a panini?
It's a sandwich.
Sandwich.
it's a
It's a sandwich and toasted
not your
bread.
Oh, okay, wait. I know
Yeah,
what
it's
that
not
is.
your super. It's not your super all-time favorite, but
It's
your
the one that
all-time
makes
favorite.
you
It makes
dance.
you dance around.
This makes no
Oh,
sense.
okay, I gotta give it that.
I'm gonna give it to you right now, so you can start dancing.
I
around
love
in
Toad. I
your-
love this.
In your disco.
Yeah,
room.
one of my
Super-
my friend's
Oh,
me.
you don't want
Her all-time favorite's also a panini, and she says it's funny because she hates paninis in real life.
How can I hate a panini? They're so
Anyways,
customizable.
moving on. On to our last question. While you guys feed my Mii steak and make her go into space.
She already did.
I can't. Your Mii is full. I already fed your steak earlier.
The last question
She's already
is,
been launched into space.
what-
Oh, that also makes another question that I just have that I want to ask. Have you actually sent anyone? Have you actually sent anyone to space by giving them $10,000?
No, I saw that. I've been trying to get my me to do that. I have like 7.
It does.
I'm actually just gonna do that right now since I actually have enough.
Yoshi,
I've sent Toad into space, and I've sent Toadette into space twice. You just
So what do they? What do they do?
it works like a vacation. They go into space, and they'll bring their friend / family / lover, depends on who their relationships are. They'll all be wearing astronaut suits, and you'll take free pictures of them in various parts of space. So they'll be on another planet, in a galaxy, in an asteroid belt, etc. And you get an astronaut suit, which costs. You get a free astronaut suit, which normally costs $4,000, and you also get a Martian rock souvenir, which costs $100 when you sell it.
That's cool.
I managed
I don't think it's
to
worth
send
$1,000.
Toadette into space twice, and Toad into space once, and I think
Dear Lord.
I think Walhart and Aaron Ryan are pretty close to reaching their goals too. I think Walhart only needs about $400 more, and I have about $3,000 in my game now, so I can actually just give him all the money next time he levels up. I've been saving up. Once your Mii hits level 20, they start giving you coins every time they level up. And you can sell those coins for either $100 or $200. It depends on the type of coin. They'll give you a silver or a gold coin. I've actually been stocking those up. So now I have about I have 99 silver coins and 85 gold coins. So once I sell all of those, I'd get I'll get about $30,000 from selling all that.
Nice.
I'm hopefully wishing that I can save so much that I can buy the gold room, which costs $20,000, and just because I can give it to a character, and now for all of my level 20 characters, I can just give it to them too whenever they level up. Because when they no, I can't give it to them because that works for never mind. It works for
it's not
clothes and hats
interiors.
only. Well, I guess I should just give it to Toadette then, since she seems to be my most pampered Mii. She's actually my lookalike Mii, because I did not know that your first Mii would be the lookalike Mii. I just put her there first, so everyone calls me Toadette's lookalike. But I guess that makes sense too, because I like to refer to myself anonymously as Toadette. So in spirit, I am Toadette. But she's also my most pampered.
Yay.
She's also my most pampered Mii, so I give her the most stuff and whatnot. Did any of you guys actually take my Toadette Mii?
No.
I found it weird.
I was going to, but I forgot to do so.
I was gonna say, because I actually know all of her favorites except for one. I know both of her favorites and one of her worsts. And I thought it was pretty funny because of for some reason, Toadette's worst ever is onion rings. She melts if you feed her onion rings.
They're so good.
I know. It's like, what the hell's wrong with you, Toadette? And she also seems to be very fond of seafood. And none of them are her favorites ever. But like, if she does, like, if you feed her like a seafood, she's pretty much going to like it, and it's going to become one of her favorites. But her all-time favorites, the one that makes her dance, is Peking duck. And, I figured, oh, wow, if Toadette likes something that fancy, then her best ever is probably going to be something really fancy. No, I was wrong. You know what Toadette's all-time favorite is? You know what the food that makes her go into space is?
It's French fries.
Cheese.
Oh, God.
Cheese! Just a single little slice of cheese, and she goes into space. It's like, okay, Toadette, eat your cheese.
So if you ever want to see that, that's going to be real easy.
It's so cute. Like, she just loves cheese so much. Okay, now let's finally get on to the last question, which is, out of 10, what would you rate this game? How has your, idea of it changed since you first got it? Like, has your impression changed? And et cetera. And, if you could add something to this game to make it better, or like any ideas that you think would be better for the next game, what would they be? If you have any, Yoshi man.
I don't know exactly. I mean, first off, like, yeah, I'm not actually sure about this one. Maybe a little bit more actual interaction with your Miis, I guess. Like, maybe if you could actually, like, do some stuff with them, I actually, like, see what kind of games they're playing instead of, like, a flashing screen. Maybe, like, at least show, like, a very horribly animated thing on the TV.
Horribly
or
animated
have some, like,
thing on the TV. Okay.
yeah, like, at least something so that you can at least, like, have a better
Dance
idea
monkey.
of some stuff.
What would you rate it?
But, like, otherwise, I don't really have much of a... I don't really have much I could ask for it, because I'm not usually, for, like, these kind of games, like, thinking too much of ideas rather than just, like, doing stuff. But, like, a rating out of 10, I'd probably give it, like, a 8.5, 9. It's, like, a really good game.
Yeah.
Really good.
Staryu.
SpiderStaryu.
SpiderStaryu. I'm sorry, Mr. Spider J Staryu.
Yes. Jay, what the heck?
What's J for? Juicy?
Juicy. Oh, yes.
Yeah, me and Toadette both came up with
Toadette
that.
is the queen.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so what could have been done to make the game better, and how was my opinion? Okay, so I already stated at the beginning that my opinion changed drastically, because when I first saw the Nintendo Direct, even though I thought it was like, oh yeah, that's kind of wacky and cool, I first was like, oh god, this game, like, I'd buy the game and I wouldn't play it for like after the first time I played it, after that, wouldn't play it again. But I was proven wrong, like I said, like, it's just really interesting. The character relationships are just really interesting to me, and it's just so interesting to make your own characters, especially for me, like, if you make your own characters, like, from what characters I have from Blooming Floor, like, it's just interesting to see how those characters react in this, like, little world. It's just, it really makes the game lively to me. It makes the game, like, your own. It's like your own world, like your own little island and all that stuff, all that cool stuff. So, what would I change or make? What do I think should be made better? I don't know exactly what, but maybe just improve on relationships even more. Now, I'm not saying relationships are bad already. I'm just saying, like, find ways to just go even further. Like, does that make sense? Like, just try to make it even more, what's the word? I'm trying to find that word. It's like more
interactive.
Yeah, more interactive, more diverse, just more advanced. That's the word. Advanced. Just find a ways to make it even more, just further deeper into this little world. I will have to rate the game 8.5962. 8.5.
All right. Points for being specific. Soul.
Yes. I've learned that from Dark Boo.
Alright, I'm gonna start with how Staryu started it, how my opinions changed. I already said before, I thought the game looked really cool, and I decided to get it, but I didn't really say why, and I realized I didn't now. The reason why I got the game was because of two reasons. One, Toadette convinced me to do it because she said the game was really fun, and I still was really curious because I was like, I don't know. I don't want to buy the game and be upset with it because it's still $35 or 35, 40, whatever. But then they had that demo that came out, and immediately I was like, fine, I'll get the demo since it's free, and if I like it, I'm gonna buy the game, and I did, and I literally played the demo for like 10 minutes, and was like, I'm getting this game. I didn't have to wait. I was like, this game is really fun. Edition wise, I think interactive wise, I don't really care. I guess maybe some more options to do with the Mii, but that's not really my main thing I'd want to change. I want to have more mini games because a lot of the mini games bore me. Like I want like something where it's really maybe like a Legend of Zelda, not like a Legend of Zelda thing, but like a reference to the original NES because they have Mii Quest, which is fine if not a little lengthy. But I want one where it's like there's a retro to old Nintendo games at some point. Besides, you can win prizes coincidentally from the mini games. Like you can get a Rob the Robot or a Super Scope. I think you can even get you can get a Virtual Boy in there, and it's nice to see that. But I'd rather have a bit more like a platformer little thing. It's like, hey, collect the little coins here or whatever. I think it'd be cute to have something like that. But I guess that's a bit too specific for a wish. A rating, I'd rate it 7.5 or maybe an 8. I wouldn't rate it as high as Animal Crossing just because Animal Crossing had more things to do. And while this game, you can use it more in a day, it's still not... You still don't have much to do in a day. You still don't have much to do. It's still just doing the same menial tasks over and over again. It's just a really good game. Just if you're not into playing a game like that, I wouldn't suggest getting it. Or at least try the demo first.
Alright, my impression hasn't really changed. It's just, the game is just as weird as I thought it would be, and I have a great time playing it. I play, like I said, I've been playing it every day since I first got it, like, at least once a day, ever since I first got it, and because of that, I have about, like, 6 Miis that are, like, level 99. That's the highest level. You can still level up after they reach level 99, but the number won't go higher than that. It just caps at 99. And a good portion of my Miis are like level 90 or higher, or like level 70 and whatnot. And I just play it every day, so I have a lot of them. They're all nice and pampered. I have a lot of money. I've pretty much just learned every secret about this game just by playing around with it. And I'd say anything I'd have to change is that next game, I would like to add a little more customization to it, because one thing that I thought wouldn't really annoy me but ended up annoying me more than I thought it would be is that you can only set Mii relationships to your lookalike Mii. So, like,
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, I agree with Toadette.
yeah,
Wait, what?
because that had to deal with a problem that ended up being with the problem with having Toadette as my lookalike Mii instead of myself, because any Mii I try to set a relationship up to now will be the relationship to Toadette and not myself. So if Toadette had children, if I wanted to add a Mii that would be Toadette's, like say if I wanted to add my parents into the game, I couldn't actually set them as my parents, because if I set them as parent, then they would be counted as Toadette's
like
parents
that.
and not my Mii's parents.
Yeah, I can see that
And
being a
also
problem.
with the triplet OCs I have, I can't actually set that they're siblings of each other, so they're just friends of each other. And if it weren't for the fact that the two brothers were already married by the time I added the sister, I added her late in the game because I didn't really want her in there at first. But then I figured I already have the other two, might as well put her in too. But if the bros weren't married by then they could have actually gotten to a relationship with her. It's like, oh no, I don't really want incest in my game, you know.
I know,
And-
Flora has a brother in the game, and her brother tried to make a move on her. I'm like, ew, that's gross.
Girl.
And and the problem though is that because I can't set them to be siblings, like Blaine's child and Maxie's child could get together in a relationship, but they'd be cousins to each other, and so that'd be kind of weird. So next game, I hopefully that you can add. You can set more. You can. It's the relationship settings when you make a Mii are more like concise than instead of having to rely on like the actual game itself. I also kind of hope for I don't really know, but I just kind of want more just like random events and things to do. And the whole gay marriage thing, it's not like necessary, but if it was implemented, it'd be a nice step forward for the games of tomorrow. So next game, hopefully they'll give you that option, and maybe even the ability to have more than 100 Miis, because even though it's already sounds like a handful to take care of, it'll likely be on a stronger console by then, and you'll have all this power to hold all these Miis doing all this stuff. So you wouldn't really have to worry about like, gay Miis, lowering your population since they can't have children. You know what I'm trying to say. If I were to rate this, game, I'd rate it. I'd rate it 8 out of 10, a solid 8. Because it's really fun, it's really goofy, it's bound to give you some laughs, especially if you go super crazy for your Miis and make them like super ugly or give them like really weird voices and whatnot. It's pretty creative. Even though it's not completely customizable, you still have a good amount of freedom in the game. However, I'd say my only con about it is that it gets repetitive pretty easily. Like what Soul says, eventually you start doing the same stuff every day, and really nowadays, the thing that kind of makes the game interesting for me is getting the daily specials, and also when like my Miis get married and have a baby, because it's fun taking care of the baby. So now we have some news to share with you about general Nintendo events that have been happening. As we have our guest, we'll allow Yoshi-Man to share the biggest piece of information we've got this week. Yoshi-Man?
Alright, so the most recent news is that about last week, Sakurai was hinting at a new character, and the new character actually ended up being 3 characters, being Robin, Lucina, and Captain Falcon. Now, I'm actually super excited for this news because, Robin is a character I've wanted in Smash Bros. Ever since, Fire Emblem Awakening came out, because Robin is your avatar in that game, in case nobody knows who that is. But just because he's a sword wielder and he wields tombs, it's absolutely perfect, because he's completely is different from all the sword wielders that you normally get. So we got this person who actually uses magic for once. Then also we have Lucina, who plays for the most part Marth. So a lot of people are getting mad because she plays a Marth clone, but she's another female to the roster, so I can't mad. And probably a big news for a lot of people is that Captain Falcon returns. I don't see really too much about that because everyone, he's pretty much guaranteed to come back, but I guess, a lot of, people love him or something. Yes. They're just glad to see him back.
Falcon!
But yeah, my big thing is... my big thing is just Robin, just because, I love Fire Emblem Awakening. It's probably, my favorite game of all time. I'm debating on, but I love that game so much. I'm glad to see that Robin's in it, because that's the character that we make.
For the best news is that you can also be a girl Robin too. You can be boy or you can be boy or girl Robin.
Because in the game, you got to choose what gender you want to be. So it's at least nice the female players who play the game that they
or
can
the
still
guys
play
who
as a
play as a
female
girl
version too. Or that too, yeah.
Anyway, who didn't expect Captain Falcon to return? All right,
everyone was complaining about Captain Falcon, Ness are gonna come back. It's just everyone should. I think one piece of news that everyone should remember, in case if they're worried about their favorite character not coming back in Brawl. They never said anything about Luigi coming back. Luigi was one of the characters that we knew was in the game once the game actually came back. So if they didn't say anything about Luigi back in Brawl days, then you wouldn't really have to worry about your other characters.
And they always do this. They like to tease you guys, and every time you guys fall for that teasing.
Ness has always been one of those characters that is. that is like, you know.
Hidden away.
Yeah.
Like people are always
Guys,
not
it's
sure.
Sakurai. You should know this by now. You should know how Sakurai is.
He gets you every time, guys. Just stop freaking. If he doesn't, Ness and those characters don't return. The only characters left that from the original 12 is Ness and Jigglypuff. All right, and those,
Sakaru's.
and I don't see Sakurai getting rid of those characters. So please, just don't.
No,
fall
he's not
for
going
this.
to. He's not going to get rid of. He's not going to get rid of like the original guys. So that means that Ness is gonna come back. It's probably Jigglypuff will come back.
I mean, fairy type. Why not?
Yeah,
I don't think he's
Jigglypuff
gonna
has
do
a
it
lot
because
of
of fairy
new
type.
potential now because of its
Personally,
type change.
I don't think Sakurai is going to change Jigglypuff at all.
Well, if he wants
I
to
don't
be
think he's gonna
lazy,
change anything other than buff up her sing, hopefully. Because she needs a buff up in her sing.
Melee Sing. We need Melee Sing.
I
Melee
don't
Sing
remember
was
that one.
horrible.
I only
What are you
remember
talking
that
about?
Brawl was so
No,
bad.
In Brawl, it's worse.
All I remember that in Brawl, it's so bad that when you use it, they would actually wake up before you finish singing.
that's what happened
That's
in Melee. At least at the computers. Super Smash Bros. The 64.
Huh.
That's the one that had the best sing because you'd actually stay asleep. The computers would stay asleep for a while.
Yeah, something like that. You need. I want.
So
I
yeah,
want
Robin,
Jigglypuff
Lucina, Captain
sleep.
Falcon.
Yeah, yeah, those three.
Excuse me.
They're all
Alright.
announced. They're all in the game.
Yeah, we
Be
can
sure to
have
play as them
like I
when it
said,
comes
we
out.
can have a whole podcast about this.
Moving
on. The next piece
Next
of
news.
is also pretty big, but not as big as the last one. Big for the Pokemon community, and that is the reveal of Mega Metagross and new redesigns for some gym leaders and Elite Four members. So now we have they revealed Mega Metagross to the public. It has the appearance of like two Metagrosses combined. It's like a big Metagross on top of a little Metagross, and it has like these huge claws, and it has a pretty phallic looking spike.
Which is Matang's nose.
Yeah,
by the
yeah,
way.
it looks like a
Yes.
Matang nose, but the way it is the way it is positioned, it just looks like a big steel dong. So, good on you, Mega Metagross.
Its ability is Tough Claws, by the way.
Yeah,
and
oh
apparently it's
god,
really-
yeah, it's gonna.
Oh,
That
it's
means
just
it's
the same as That's the same as Mega Charizard X.
They've boosted all of his stats.
yeah.
too,
He
and
boosted they boosted his speed. So now
He's gonna be overpowered.
yeah. So now Mega Metagross. Yeah, it is. It has tough claws and its spikes. Its speed has increased by a lot, and its stats in general have increased, but speed the most. So that thing is going to pretty much tear a new asshole into the metagame. That's why they call it the metagame,
Good.
because Metagross rules it.
Yes,
Totally.
I miss those
Oh.
Generation 3 days where Metagross used to kick that butt. He used to kick everyone.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just Metagross and Salamence all the time.
But
And
nowadays, like,
also,
ever since
Steven Stone is the champion again.
oh, it's not
Holler.
Wallace.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I'm fine
they
with
just
that.
showed a
like
picture of
Wallace.
Steven with Mega Metagross, so, you know.
And they said Champion Steven.
Yeah.
I don't like Wallace.
I always
so.
prefer- Bird
Oh, Wallace
Steven.
is my king.
Does that
But
mean,
yeah,
I'm
but
expecting-
Wallace will still be there. If Steven's the champion, then that means Wallace will be the gym leader. But though, however, I don't really.
Oh.
I heard this idea and I said it on the podcast before. A lot of people are saying that it would be cool if Juan was the last gym leader again, and then the champion battle is actually like a double battle between Steven and Wallace. Because Gen 3 was the first gen to introduce double battles, so like they have like a Mega Metagross and Mega Milotic.
Oh my god, that'll be hell on
And,
earth.
also,
that would be hell yes.
BTW, Sydney
But-
got hot.
Sydney looks creepy.
Who's Sydney again? I forgot.
He's the dark type
gym
guy.
leader. Or-
Oh.
He got hot.
He looks
He
creepy.
got hot.
I don't remember.
Did we see anything of what's your dad in a game called Nermal?
Norman?
Norman.
Yeah,
Norman.
they
Nermal.
showed
I said Nermal.
Did you call him normal?
I call him
Normal.
Nermal.
Nermal.
Okay.
That sounds like a cat.
Yeah, no, they
It
showed a
doesn't sound like
redesign for.
anything.
They showed redesigns for Watson, Norman, Flannery,
Oh,
Sydney,
Flannery, yes.
Edie, Roxanne technically, but we already knew what she looked like. I think that's it. I think that's all they showed so far, and obviously Steven.
Yeah.
Steven Universe.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much how I remember them though. So I don't see.
Yeah, it's good. It's good that Generation 3 is getting a remake, because even though I recently played Generation 3 through an emulator, I can't remember any of the names of like a lot of the main characters.
You know, I'm actually happy that they decided to remake Generation 3 during the 6th generation instead of the 5th generation, because no one I know likes the 5th generation.
What?
It's like nobody likes it.
I kind of like Black and White too.
Yeah. I think
Nobody
the
here likes
main
5th
reason
gen.
that they did it is because they wanted to do it on a new console.
Generation
Yeah.
5
I guess
is
that
the
also makes
quickest of everything. That's why I love it so much. It's so quick.
Except
I don't like it.
except the save time.
Oh god, the
Oh,
save time.
save
is
Not
so
as bad as
long.
Generation 4 save time, but that's not much better.
In Pokemon X and Y, it's just like
Yeah, that's-
Oh,
yeah.
yes. So do it again. Yes.
snap.
All right.
Snap.
We could have a whole podcast on Pokemon. There's so many things here we can have a whole podcast
Yeah,
on.
once
So
again.
Let's have a whole podcast on save time.
yeah. All right. So
It'll be
You can do
quick
that
like
without
this.
me. I'm just a guest.
welcome to the
Just like X
podcast.
and Y.
The end.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just like X and Y.
Okay.
Save time.
All right. Next news.
Nintendo is going to Comic-Con at San Diego, and I think it's like the 26th. And what they're doing is they're going to be bringing a whole bunch of games from E3 especially. I think they're bringing Hyrule Warriors, Yoshi's Woolly World, both Super Smash Brothers, which I'll get to in a sec. And then they're bringing like Shovel Knight and a whole bunch of 3DS games I don't know about. Like, I don't remember the name of, and they're not first-party games. Speaking of the Smash Brothers, though, they're having a 3DS tournament where it's like, hey, a whole bunch of people can play Super Smash Bros. 3DS, just like random people, and we're going to be conducting a tournament, and it's going to be on Twitch. And whoever wins gets, like, I don't remember what they get, actually. But they also teased, like, earlier, I think it was either last night or this morning, they said, hey, we're going to be having some special surprises for Smash Bros. And while a lot of people are probably hoping for new characters, I don't think it's going to be anything major, but I decided to mention it just in case maybe we're going to be having a new veteran show up, because even though Captain Falcon was just revealed, I kind of want to see another new veteran. A lot of people were disappointed they want to see secret characters. I would rather have the whole things spoiled for me, because I don't
Yeah,
like
and
worrying
remember,
that this
there's
character's not
always
gonna
like
be
a
in it.
few newcomers that Sakurai never talks about.
I think at this kind of event, Nintendo would reveal something though, because if it's like something like this, or like for every other big thing apart from like Robin's reveal, there's always been like a Smash Bros. Trailer revealing a newcomer, as well as maybe a veteran or so.
By the way, I called Captain Falcon returning. I never said it on a podcast, but I have proof that I said, hey, I think Captain Falcon's going to be
Please.
returning in that trailer. And I was right. And I also called Lucina, sorry. But, I called her Lucina. Not a lot of people, but I have seen people say Lucina, so I'm not alone.
Oh, didn't
Anyway,
SC say that?
I think SZ said it too. And
Oh,
Toadette
I
called
forgot
Robin.
to, like-
Toadette called Robin, and I called Lucina, but I said Lucina would probably either be a clone or an alternate skin.
I kind of thought that too. My brothers actually because they don't actually care too much about 3DS games as much. Like they gave Robin and Lucina completely different names from what they're actually called. Like they call Lucina a female Marth, just like
Female
I know
Marth.
her nickname
and
within
they
the
call,
Fire
for
Emblem
some reason
community.
they call Robin a nerd.
I know her nickname within the Fire Emblem community is Marf, but Marf instead of TH it's with an F, because the M-A-R-F, and the F stands for female, so Marf.
Marth.
Marfina. Marfette.
There's also a joke too. How can you tell the difference between Marf and Lucina? Look for the one with the feminine face and figure. Now you know that one's Marf and the other's Lucina.
Yeah, that's true. I thought Marth was a girl back in Melee.
No,
He's a
I actually
beautiful prince.
My brother is the one who thought that Marth was a girl in Melee. I'm like, he gave me the wrong information.
Really?
He's like, oh, that's a female. I'm like, Are you sure? Doesn't look like the face looks like a female, but the rest doesn't look like a female. Oh.
I thought his hair looked like a girl's, and so I was like, all right, it's a girl.
Oh yeah, and
Marth.
before you guys say that, oh you're stupid. I was like 5 or 6 when Melee was released, so please.
Hey, I also thought that too. So did my brothers. It's kind of tough to tell, honestly.
Not now, but it was in Melee.
I mean, not now.
And Brawl,
I mean,
I feel bad for
but
the babies who play Brawl, because Brawl and Marth looks more so like a female.
Yeah, like, literally his only saving point is his voice. Like, his voice is not feminine, but everything else is... Also, did you know that the voice actress who did Lucas's voice in Brawl also did Rouge the Bat?
Yeah, I saw that
and,
on Tumblr.
Sonic
I think
Adventure
you
2.
reblogged it.
yeah,
And it went...
didn't know that.
I went... I was like, what?
We got...
Really?
Now we got one more piece of news before we sign off for the day.
Alright, so for people who have been on Club Nintendo, know that the Club Nintendo Awards have been announced for the year 2013-2014 year of Club Nintendo. So these are your games that you can get. Yes, I'm sorry, it's not a physical award, it is just digital downloads. You can get one. Alright, so let me just try to quickly name them off. I'm gonna start with gold. Alright, for platinum you can get platinum award or gold. But for gold you can just get gold. If that makes sense. Anyway, I'm sorry. I word things horribly. You have to accept it. Alright, so first off, for gold awards you can get Ice Climber for the Wii U, Kid Icarus Wii U, Super Mario Brothers for the Wii U, the original NES Super Mario Brothers, not like new Super Mario Brothers. We have Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link for the Wii U, Donkey Kong 3, which is the original Donkey Kong arcade game, Donkey Kong 3 for the 3DS, Wario Land 2 for the 3DS, Metroid, the original Metroid for the 3DS, and then Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins for the 3DS. Those are the gold awards. Now for the platinum awards, you can get Game & Wario, you guys know that's for the Wii U, NES Remix, that's for the Wii U, Earthbound for the Wii U, Dr. Luigi for the Wii U, Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D for the 3DS, Fluidity Spin Cycle. Did I say that right? Fluidity?
Yes.
Alright. It's for the 3DS. Dylan's Rolling Western. That's for the 3DS. And last but not least, we have Mario and Donkey Kong Minis on the Move for the 3DS. Those are your Platinum Awards. Before, those were your Gold Awards. So, get whatever game you want, but make sure you get them soon because by August 15, 2014, at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Time, you will no longer be able to get those games. They'll be your chance of getting that is screwed up. So if you are platinum or gold, gentlemen, gentle ladies, ladies, whatever the case might be,
Ladies and germs.
ladies and germs, creatures, peasants, whatever you are, whatever creature you are, whatever, make sure you get the games before August 15th, because if you don't, you're gonna regret it. I don't know what game I'm going to get personally, because I have Platinum. I always get Platinum. I've been getting Platinum since like 2011 or 2010, so get on my level. But I don't know what to get because, quite frankly, a lot of these games look boring, and I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't do a physical award, because I like getting those like little cool things, like last year it was like you get posters, a Majora's Mask CD or whatever. Then the year before that they had Mario cards, and the year before that they had like pins and stuff, like just these little cool things to get. And I'm kind of disappointed that it's just all digital, because I can get these games anywhere. Let's be honest. But I'm probably gonna be getting a Wii U game like Game & Wario or Dr. Luigi, because I already have Earthbound. NES Remix doesn't look too interesting to me, but who knows? Maybe I'll get it. But I'm probably gonna get something like Game & Wario, Dr. Luigi, because those games are. Dr. Luigi's like $15 and Game & Wario, please, that's a whole giant game, so it would be free. So I don't know what I'll get, but does anyone else have Platinum this year? Platinum or Gold?
I got
Platinum.
I got Donkey Kong Country.
I don't even have a Club
Returns.
Nintendo account.
I
got one maybe
I've been-
4 weeks before
I've been
that.
getting Platinum ever since they started up Club Nintendo for North America, and this is like the second time I've been disappointed. The first time I was disappointed was during the pins, but thankfully I was a gold member that year.
Didn't they have a
So
Didn't they have a like a Wii controller or jacket with like a Mii on the behind or whatever? Because
no,
somebody was discussing that they were gonna something about that, and I was like, what? When did this happen?
no, I don't know. That was never like a reward.
I'm kind of disappointed.
There's like, yeah, but like this is the second time I've been disappointed by like a Club Nintendo.
I'm not, because I
award.
wanted Donkey Kong
And-
Country Returns 3D, and I didn't want to pay for it.
Well,
Well, like the thing is, they got all these games that like probably nobody wants. I think that's why they're offering it for free.
I want that game. I like handheld.
Well, okay, most. I said like most.
if you don't have
people.
Earthbound, I think you should get Earthbound, guys, because that's a pretty damn good RPG.
I stink at that game.
I will not get that.
I cannot.
game
I'm
ever.
not good at Earthbound.
I will never get that game.
I tried playing the first dungeon.
I've seen
and
it,
I
I
couldn't
don't
beat
like
it.
What would make it better is if they had like games that have not been released on the eShop until now. That would have been like, oh, okay, like let's say Paper Mario,
Like
Mario
the
Kart
Ambassador
2,
program.
games like that. That would be like, oh, sure, yeah, let's get something like that. But it's just games.
Mario Party 3.
Mario Party 3. You guys already know.
Mario Party 3 on the eShop. I would so
I
get
would
that.
be on
I would
that
love
like
Nintendo
so
for that.
freaking quickly. I would just be jumping on that.
I would be fine if Nintendo gave that as a reward, but no. Instead, they grab all these games. Like, I was actually talking like with VIP yesterday about this kind of stuff. And, like, one thing that we actually like both came out that would be like a perfect reward, but like it would be a little too much considering what it is. But it would be like one of the demos from E3 that you just get to have.
I thought it'd be cool.
You get to have one of the demos as a digital download, and you just get to play the demo.
Everybody would choose Smash.
And
Bros.
it also like what we decided, like the 3DS Smash demo and an Amiibo.
Oh my god, you guys
Of
know
your
if they
choice.
had a Smash demo for like a download for like $1 or $2? You know they make so much money already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like what I was saying, like as a platinum reward, they give you the full demo from E3, no multiplayer and stuff though, and then an Amiibo that would come like in December,
Oh,
I
because
thought
that's when physical rewards come.
exactly.
I
but
thought
they
it'd be
really-
cool if they had.
That would be a perfect
I
reward.
would love
I
an
think-
Amiibo.
Oh.
I would get. Oh, who would I get? I'd get like Peach, or I'd get a Villager, or I don't know who I get.
Actually, one thing that'd be awesome would be like exclusive Amiibos from the from Club
Oh
Nintendo.
my
That
god,
would be
that would
amazing.
be perfect.
Like just like Amiibos you cannot buy in store.
I thought it'd be cool if they had like, I know I already have the games, but some people probably don't. The Ambassador program games. I thought it'd be cool if you could choose one of those, because they have a lot of games. Like they had like I think 12 games, 6 NES, or no, it was like 12 games for each.
20.
20. Oh god.
Total.
Okay. They had 20 games, and half of them were GBA and half of them were NES. And there are a lot of games like they've released. I think most of the NES ones, but I don't think they've released hardly any of the GBA ones except for like Kirby and the Amazing Mirror and
I don't
Metroid Fusion.
think they plan. I don't think they
Waterland
plan to
4.
release any of the Ambassador games.
They
though.
do. They
Like-
should though.
Like they're doing it on the Wii U, but not on the 3DS itself.
I thought it'd be cool. Well, I'm not saying just the 3DS, but there are still a lot of games that they Wireland 4, Sacred Stones, the Fire Emblem game, Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, or I think it's
Love
called
that.
that.
Sacred Stones, yeah.
They should totally do that. I mean, the demo would be cool, but personally, even for me, I think that's a bit too much. Just because they totally limit it, and I don't want them limiting me playing Smash Brothers because I really want to play that game.
It makes sense.
And it makes sense, but
Like just as a demo. That's why I also said the Amiibo too in December.
I think they should. I think they could just do the Amiibo. I'd rather them just do the Amiibo, but whatever. Moving on.
Yeah,
Exclusive
so,
Amiibo.
but yeah, those are the awards. So, like I said, please make sure that you get it by August 15th, because if you don't, you're gonna miss out. Even if you don't like these games, maybe you could sell it to someone. Maybe you can give it to a sibling of yours, a cousin, a nephew, a niece, whatever the case might be, a sister, a mother, a father, whatever. Just make sure you don't
That
waste
guy
it if
down
you
the
can get it.
street.
That guy down the street, your creepy
also,
librarian.
I just wanna. I also just want to bring up
Your
that I don't
Siamese
want
twin.
to actually get a game for my thing. I don't want to actually get a game from it, so I would like to sell the game. If anyone has like a $20 eShop card, you can have any game on the Platinum list, so just contact me if you want that.
Where can they contact
$20
you?
eShop card.
Well, I think this is a
Perfect time to end the podcast.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. You can subscribe to
That's a
us
lot.
and rate us on iTunes. You can check out Mario Party Legacy and the Lost Levels at MarioPartyLegacy.com and our forum and message boards at MarioPartyLegacy.com/forum.
We also have a new site, thelostlevels.mariopartylegacy.com. That's the Lost Levels website.
And
It's our official
that's
website.
where you
Up
can
to.
vote for what game we do next.
You can check out all the old podcast libraries much easier.
Easier.
More easily. Yeah.
More Garfer.
Easiester.
More Garfer.
More
yes.
Garf.
Alright.
Alright, so Toadette, since you're hosting, I think you should give out your information first.
Right. Alright. You can follow me on Tumblr at unofficialofficialtoadette, and you can see my Nintendo Network at Toadette Wii U. We spelled WEE.
Alright, as for me, I am SpiderStaryu everywhere I go. Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Tumblr, and Nintendo Network. Google+, add me to your circles. All of it is SpiderStaryu. I make incredibly juicy videos, so be sure you subscribe. And more stuff is coming on my channel soon, so yeah, follow that.
For me, you can follow my Twitter at AbsolPowers. You can follow my Tumblr, Greninja, which it's a Y, not a J, and then website Nintendo Spots.
Stop changing your Tumblr, please.
I love changing it. I can never
God.
decide. I'm that person. I'm the obnoxious person who I like. One of my friends was like, "Who are you again?" I was like, "I changed my URL. I'm sorry." And she's like, "Oh, I thought I recognized you." Like now it's really weird because you changed your URL like 2 times. I changed one of mine for a day because of something, and then it fell into a podcast, so I had to change it back. Whatever. Yoshiman, what about you?
I'm Yoshiman22 pretty much wherever I go. Mario Party Legacy, YouTube, and Tumblr. Tumblr, I actually go by a different name. I just actually started that one up too. I call myself Yoshi, I actually don't remember what I call myself. Can I just check that? But for like Mario Party Legacy, like of course it's me. YouTube, I'm Yoshiman22. I just post videos, like I do like some Let's Plays.
Triple two.
I don't really do it too much, but yeah, and on YouTube I call myself Yoshi Tactician because I'm gonna be posting Fire Emblem stuff on there soon.
Yay.
And then Miiverse, you can check me out there. I post stuff on games too. But yeah, also we have like a community night come on once in a while. I host those, so yeah. Like check those out if you can. We're going to start one soon, but this is going to be up after then, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Thank you so much for
Right.
joining, Yoshiman.
Yes,
Yes,
thank you.
Thanks for having
you.
me on here.
Yoshiman,
It's been a
thank
great
you.
podcast today. It's been an honor serving you.
Well, this is the
That's
end.
this the end. This the end, bitches.
Bye.
Bye.
I
Get
am
out
now
of here.
gonna send my
Get out of
Miis
here.
into space.
Stop watching.
Yoshiman,
Stop.
and Mario
Go
Kart.
away.
I
Get
am now
outta
sending
here.
my me into space.
Bye.
Go.
So, goodbye.
Go. Get out. We're done.
Get out.
Get the fuck out!